Okay, this is Section 3, Exercise 3, and in this case, you're not only going to do a material takeoff, but you build cost components into this, and so you're actually going to get a total cost of the walls and of the roof. Now, the first thing you have to do is assign cost values, and again, we'll treat these cost values like they were square foot cost values. So what we'll do is we'll come to our model, we'll click like on the roof so it's highlighted. And you can see up here it says basic roof, generic 12 inches, and you'll say edit type. And this will bring up the type properties box. Now there is a cost parameter down here, and again this is just cost. It doesn't identify whether it's cost per square foot or lineal foot or total cost or whatever, but we're treating it like, hey, it's cost per square foot. So I entered in 50 there and I say okay. I'm going to do the same thing with the wall. I'll highlight a wall. You can see this says under the properties that it's a basic wall, generic 8-inch. And again here I'll say edit type. I've already done this, but I'll scroll down, and again the parameter cost I've entered 10, for $10, and we're going to treat that like it's $10 per square foot. Okay, so now we can go up to view. We can go to schedules. We can say material takeoff. We're going to do a multi-category takeoff because we're doing walls and the roof. Okay, and again, don't be. This model's in what they call project completion because it's been completed. Don't worry about this saying 2 because I've already done this. So I'll just say okay. Again, you can put in whatever fields you want, but again I think we were doing family and type. I think we were doing well, you can put in whatever you want. You can put description in if you want. That might be alright. We were doing material area definitely, so we'll add that. We got cost, we definitely want to bring that in. And now I'm going to have to do a calculated value for like total cost. Okay, so you got to enter in the parameter name. Let's say it's total cost. The discipline common's fine. Number, we want to treat this just like it's a number. And here we got to write a formula. So the formula actually is going to be material area, and you got to make sure this is case sensitive. So again, look up there on your available fields where it's capitalized. I have to capitalize it, and I'll say multiplied by cost. And again, if cost is capital, you got to make the C capital. And here right now it knows material area is in units of square feet, so cost is just a number for it. So right now it's saying, wait a second, I have inconsistent units, so I'll say divided by 1, and I'll put SF for square feet. That makes the number come out just to be a number with no units. So I'll say okay. I'll say okay, and here you go. And again we can hover over the column lines and we can drag these out a little bit. Description, there's really nothing in description. I could have put something in description if I wanted to. And here you have this. And again, like we did before, you might want to total up the cost. So you can come down here and say total cost. I'd like to calculate totals, and then go up to formatting. Go up to sorting and grouping, and just make sure you say grand totals and hit OK. And there you can see you've got a grand total of $36,200 and approximately $97. In this first exercise of Section 3, it deals with a basic wall takeoff in Revit. So what you want to do is come up here to the View tab, go to the Schedules, do a material takeoff. You go down here to Walls. Now, this is saying Wall Material Takeoff 2 because I've already completed this. But don't worry about that. Now it does say what phase I'm in. I've created this model under the project completion phase. I know some people have a question as to, hey, I can't seem to get the model to show up. Sometimes, in this it depends on how the model drawing was actually created. So, this is just called project completion. So I'll hit OK. Here you have all the available fields. I'm going to choose family and type. I'm going to choose length and make sure you add these. And then the last one is material area, because we really want to know how much area we have in these walls. Okay, so if you've got everything there, you can just click OK. And now you come down to your, it's almost like a Excel spreadsheet, although it's inside Rivet. Notice if you take your cursor and hover over the lines between the column titles, you can actually click and drag these out so that you can see everything more fully. Okay, and sometimes that's a help. All right, now one of the things that I wanted and I asked for is, hey, how much total wall area do we have? Now to get that, you can come down to these property buttons and you can go to the edit button, and if you're interested in how much area you have, okay, you can say calculate totals and say OK, and then you'd have to go to the sorting grouping and say I'd like grand totals clicked on here, okay, and hit OK, and there you'll see it says 917 square feet.